Hi, I'm Georgia Chesworth, and my project was a collection of poems called Puerto Rican Coffee, which is the name of one of my poems I'll be reading tonight. These poems are about family, my Puerto Rican heritage, and transgender justice. The first poem I want to read is called To Remember, which is dedicated and hopefully honors the people who've been killed in hate crimes. To remember. Every year, I see countless names of the transgender dead. Their dead names litter countless articles using the pronouns they despised and the excuses people make to say their murders aren't hate crimes, but crimes committed because people hated them for being trans. So here are the real names of the ones we've lost for you to remember. Venus Extravaganza, actress and performer. Carla Lee Salazar, AT&T employee and proud Latina. Sonia Rescalvo Zafra, actress and showgirl. Brandon Tina, class clown and boyfriend. Amanda Milan, a young New Yorker. Gwen Amber Rose Arajo, fan of Gwen Stefani. Shelby Tracy Tom, who helped the underprivileged. Gisberte Salce Jr., who loved coffee and dogs. Roberto Gonzalez Anrubia, who collected stamps. Angie Zapata, who loved fashion and cosmetology. Letitia Green, who loved her brother, Mark. Simi Lewis Williams Jr., who loved Beyonce. Victoria Carmen White, model and generous soul. Dee Dee Pearson, a gentle and kind woman. Svetlana Slastenkova, who loved dolls and her sister. Islan Nettles, fashion designer. Dwayne Jones, who loved teaching and Lady Gaga. Jennifer Laud, who always let friends unaccepted by their own families stay at her home. Mercedes Williamson, who loved nature and cosmetology. Raylan Thomas, fashion lover and life of every party. Bianca Banks, who loved blueberry muffins and RuPaul's Drag Race. Kelly Stowe, dancer, trans advocate, and fashion designer. Nikki Kuhnhausen, who loved makeup and Nicki Minaj. Chanel Lindsay, who helped young Black queer people who'd been kicked out from their homes. Ozge Balier, humorous live streamer. Patsy Andrea Delgado, a stylist who'd built her own home by herself. Serena Angelique Velasquez, who loved her cats, dogs, and tarot. Yampi Mendez Arocho, who loved basketball and fervently followed the NBA. Michelin Ramos Vargas, a nursing student who wanted to help others. Brisa Garces Flores, who was sociable and always helping her family. Doski Azad, who did the makeup for brides before their weddings. Ariana Mitchell, a dancer who protected victims of bullying. Brianna Gay, who helped other trans girls access hormone replacement therapy and who loved to dance. And to those who were forgotten by the media, whose names are just in fine print underneath the names of their murderers, who had dreams, goals, friends, and families who loved them, let their names be remembered. Nerea Johnson, Janice Roberts, Carmen Guerrero, Gagla Joker, Alicia, Paulo Ledesma, Jessica Mendez Cavalcanti, Lesa Fortuna, Amna, Mino, Chanda Sharmili, Dindara Ketali, Hilario Lopez Ruiz, Wilka, Natalie Breath Sanchez, Anastasia Sepeva, Nina Surgutskaya, Alexa Luciano Ruiz, Penelope Diaz Ramirez, Selena Reyes Hernandez, Brayla Stone, Valera, Ebbing Mayer, and Cherry Bush. Look at this wall of the names of the dead. Remember that there are people right now who are missing them, and remember that far more transgender people are just murdered and then forgotten. So, on a lighter note, I have the poem Puerto Rican Coffee, which is a celebration of the women and my mom's side of the family and my Puerto Rican heritage. Puerto Rican Coffee. I cherish the days where me and Mama sit down and sip café together. She'll drink and say, "I just love Puerto Rican coffee." I always find that funny because I remember when I was 11, Dad did the math. Our old coffee pot broke and he discovered it would be a lot cheaper to buy a Keurig coffee maker. And we'd save more money by no longer buying our usual Café Bustelo coffee. Mama was not happy, and I recall her so vividly telling him, "We will not drink white people coffee." But we did, in the years since, get used to different American coffees. Over time, Mama forgot her promise to not ever touch white people coffee. She sips it now in the mornings and tells me, "I just love Puerto Rican coffee." And later, after dropping off Theo Edwin at the doctor's, Abuela and I would go to get coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. Still frightened over Theo's health, she relaxed for a moment to say, "I love Puerto Rican coffee." That's when I learned it was our secret, passed down from daughter to daughter, from when mi mamá was a child, drinking Café Bustelo with just a little milk and sugar, to when mi abuela was a child, and when her mother, Hijiña, would boil her family's coffee in a pot, unable to afford shoes for all of her children. The secret that any coffee we drank was Puerto Rican coffee, because we were strong and Puerto Rican, and coffee is just coffee. Thank you. Up next is Julianne Martin.